Hi, good day. Figured I'd make another video here. Automatic dual clutch Ford power shift transmission. I have to tell you, I don't work for Ford. I have never worked for Ford, and I don't really know a lot about the subject. So this is basically just my own personal review on these products. But I wanted to talk today, just for a few minutes, about the Ford power shift transmission. There's when I first went to buy a car with one, I saw there was a series of issues with them. People had problems. There were a lot of complaints. So I'd already bought it and it was too late. And quite honestly, yeah, it's a weird transmission. It does weird things, you know. The Ford power shift transmission is in the Focus and Fiesta from 2011, 2012 to current. 2017. And it's basically an automated manual with two clutches, so it could be in two gears at the same time, apply one clutch, release the other. Oversimplified version, but it's all electric, and with dry clutches. And there were definitely some issues with these transmissions, especially at first, with programming, with clutch life and contamination from oil leaking from the transmission and various things like that. So there's some videos out there, you might want to watch those, but I figured I'd post my positives about it because, you know, I've had one for like 4 years. My mother owns one as well, with a dual clutch, and when she was looking at it, she liked the car. It was brand new and she got a really great deal on it. So she just did it and bought it, and I said, go for it. You know, like, my personal experience with them are good. Yeah, it's a weird transmission. And, you know, I also want to say that I'm not trying to downplay any concerns or say that people that have had concerns with it or problems are, you know, inaccurate or even few and far between. What I'm trying to say is my personal experience has been good. I actually love the way the cars drive, shift. I think it's great. It feels like a manual transmission most of the time. And once in a while it gets a little weird, confused, does some weird stuff. That being said, reliability-wise, I've had no issues. The fuel economy of those cars is phenomenal. And I just like the sporty feel of the dual clutch transmission. And, you know, I've got a lot of miles put on them. So, you know, not to try to push you in either direction if you're looking at buying one, but my personal opinion with them is they're pretty good, and Ford has made some big corrections on the problems. So one thing I'd like to touch on is if you own one, or you're planning on owning one, or you know someone who owns one, it's not a traditional automatic transmission. It will never act like or shift completely like a traditional automatic transmission. It is different by construction, hugely different. So you may think there are problems that aren't really problems. Now, if your RPMs are going up and the vehicle's not increasing in speed, you know, a slipping situation, there's probably something wrong with it. You should get that checked. Or if there's, you know, a grinding noise or a stalling, you should probably get that checked, which seems to be the most common issues with these transmissions. But otherwise, any other little weird things it does are probably normal and characteristic. You know, like I said, it's I personally appreciate it and don't mind the weird things they do on day-to-day driving, because I think there's also a lot of good that it does. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't necessarily mean it's broken because it's different. If there are, you know, major concerns or major change in its day-to-day driving habits, then it may be time to visit your dealer and get it checked. They have software that can do that. But personally, my personal review and the miles on the transmission are, it's a pretty solid product. It's definitely not without its faults, obviously due to you know, the reviews and the things you're seeing online and that. But you know, I know a few people who own them as well, and one of them did have problems, and the other people though have not. So, you know, kind of take that info, I guess, with a grain of salt if you're looking at purchasing or possibly looking at getting rid of one because you're concerned about, you know, impending doom. But you know, I just figured with all the bad videos I found, there's nobody that really talks about their experience that's positive. So I figured I'd share mine. And I'm certainly not afraid to say when a company screws up or something sucks, if you've watched any of my other videos. So I will keep you posted, and if, you know, the one I have sitting in my driveway right now starts doing something weird or breaks down, I will definitely update this video. Yeah, so I guess that's a wrap. Just a quick little, my little personal review, FYI kind of thing. You know, I hope if you have one, you have good luck and good success with it. The Focus and Fiesta are really great little cars, in my opinion. They really are great little cars. They're great on gas, they're comfortable, they've got a reasonable amount of power for what they are. And there it is. That's for proof, sitting in my driveway. Thanks for watching, hit subscribe, make a comment, like the video, any of the above, and see you next time.